Hi everyone, today I am going to be building a cottagecore house in Adopt Me. This is the first video of a series I'm starting of building a house for every aesthetic in Adopt Me. Since cottagecore is my personal favorite aesthetic, I am starting with this one. Also don't mind the outfit change later lol, I recorded this intro after I already did the build. I'm going to try to make this house realistic, and the first thing I am doing is making the layout. Once I know the shape of the house, I can start putting the walls in. I am going to make a 2-story cottage today because I think it will look cute and work better with the roof I'm planning to use. Switching the topic, sorry I haven't posted in so long. I got COVID for a couple weeks and then I wanted to wait till the Summerfest ended to post again. I had grind a lot in that update lol because I wanted to get a good amount of pets. I hope you guys don't mind too much though. I also didn't feel like posting because I just don't like editing a lot. I have planned to do this video for a few months now because I think doing building gives a lot of opportunities for video ideas and is more original than some other types of videos. Now I'm gonna do the roof of the house. I think I'll go with a wood roof for this one because it fits well. Gable roofs are usually used on cottages, and this roof is tall enough to make the second story of mine. I kinda wish Adopt Me had straw roofs because those could also be good, but luckily wood roof also works for this cottage. This is taking me a little while to build because I want to make sure everything lines up correctly and looks good. It's gonna take me a little bit to do this part, but I think it's turning out decent so far. I have to place a lot of roof panels since Adopt Me only has one size of roof panel. Now, this half of the roof is almost done. On to the second half. I'm doing the roof in 2 directions to match the layout of the walls and also making sure there is an overhang. I think it will look super cute. While I'm doing this, what type of video would you like to see next? I am thinking of doing a trading challenge, but what do you guys think? Let me know also if you have any suggestions. I'm just placing some more roof panels here and I'm doing the second layer of the roof now. I'm placing these roof panels using the small grid so I can line them up properly. This part also takes a while, but it's gonna be worth it in the end when the cottage is complete. This part is pretty much me just placing roof panels lol. The roof is almost done now. I will color it soon and add more stuff later. I think I'm gonna add some wall parts on the house now, so there isn't an empty space under the roof. I'm gonna add more walls on the 3 ends of the roof, and I'm doing the first one here. This part is kinda tricky because I have to make sure the walls also don't stick through the roof lol. I'm placing some of them sideways and making sure they all fit well here. It definitely looks much better. Okay, now I've done the other ones. I'm going to add beams to the corners of the house to add more structure. I'm also gonna color the roof and beams a dark brown color that will complement the walls nicely. I usually like to make roofs dark brown because it just fits well with a lot of wall colors. I'm going to add windows on the house now. They are gonna make it look much better. Since the walls are kinda low on the first story of the cottage, I have to also resize some windows to be smaller. I'm adding windows on most sides of the house and it also adds more detail to the walls. I'm also combining some windows to make custom ones that will fit the house better. Luckily, these are not too expensive. I'm just repositioning the door and these windows now to be centered because I realized it was off center. Now it will look much better. Now I'm flipping a window and adding some big windows on this side of the house. I think they will look good here. I'm also adding more custom windows on the back and some other windows. I'm putting so many windows on this cottage that I'm gonna get tired of saying window lol. Now I'm putting a couple windows on the last side. These windows look good right now, but I'm gonna color them and it will look even better. I'm thinking of coloring the windows yellow to make it look like there's light coming from inside the house. Since I'm using Adopt Me windows, you can't actually see inside, but I still think they add more detail to the outside of the house. Now I'm gonna add some more structural stuff, but this time I'm adding support to the roof to make it look more realistic and less empty on this part of the cottage. It's really starting to take shape now and adds more detail to the top half of these walls. I'm also gonna color these structural parts the same dark brown as the roof and beams. And now the first one is done. I'm also adding the structural stuff on the other 2 sides that have taller walls. I don't actually know what these things holding up the roof are called lol. By the way, thank you guys for all the support on my first video. I was even able to monetize my channel and it's all because you guys watch my videos. I was kinda scared to do this one since my last building video didn't do that well, but I appreciate the support on my other videos. I can't believe how well my other two did. Now I am building some plants growing down the roof of the cottage because it makes the roof more interesting and gives a bit of an overgrown vibe. Also, don't mind the outfit change again, lol. I'm using a lot of building tools to place these plants, and I'm also resizing some trees to put in front of the house. I'm going to put some stuff in the interior of the cottage now, but I will not show a lot of that process since I don't want this video to be way too long. I usually spend a long time on the interiors of houses because I want it to look really nice, but I also want it to be a surprise for the tour. I'm just placing some stuff here and of course adding some plants in the house. I also added some texture to the outside and now the house is done. Time for the tour. This is what the outside looks like and I think it turned out pretty good. Now we're going inside and first is the living room. I think it looks pretty cottagecore. I added a fireplace and a lot of plants to give a cozy vibe to the room, and added a lot of decorations to make the space feel more filled. Next is the kitchen. I put a lot of stuff in here. There's a desk, dining table, counters and appliances, and a lot of other stuff. I also made a brick accent wall in the back of the kitchen. There's some shelves for storage, and even food and water for your pet. I also added stuff on the dining table and the desk here, including some custom plants. This is what the whole kitchen looks like if you were facing it from the living room. I think it looks pretty cottagecore. Next is the bathroom. There's a shelf for storage and a sink area. I made a bath shower combo since it's a small bathroom, and of course added a lot of plants here. And lastly is the bedroom. I made a double bed and added a lot of decorations around. I also tried to use a cottagecore color scheme for the whole house. There's a pet bed here, along with a desk to do work at and some shelves and nightstands for storage. Well, that was the whole cottage. I think it turned out pretty good, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys.